Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Today we have a very special guest on the show.
We have undefeated former Cage Warriors welterweight champion, the current undefeated Bellator's hottest signing. It is Ross the Hitman Houston. Ross, how are you doing?
How you doing, man? Thanks for the kind introduction. I'm good.
Absolutely no problem. Great name, by the way.
The Hitman.
No, Ross.
Sorry, I'm a bit behind, yeah, man. Yeah, you need the best.
Yeah, Ross, how have you been on during quarantine?
Good. It hasn't really changed much, to be honest. I've quite enjoyed it. It's been just a good break, to be honest. Just kept taking over. I've taken the train to a new level. You know, a lot about, obviously you like to train your own a wee bit, which is good, because I think the way I look at it, like when you get in the cage, it's just you fighting, and now you know you've got your coaches and that outside the cage, but at the end of the day you haven't got someone. It's not like when you got a pad man in the gym and they're telling you the combinations and pushing the pace. It's cheesy, but like it's you versus you, you know. So when you've got to do things on your own, like go out running or do shadow boxing, you know, and you haven't got anyone watching you, you know, are you going to slacken off or are you going to push yourself, you know? So I think I've got like a good strong mental game, and I've just pushed it to the next level, man. So I'm looking forward to show everyone what I can do. I'm wiping out this Bellator welterweight division.
That's class. Ross, have you been following all the MMA action that's been happening over the last few weeks as well?
Yeah, I've watched some good fights.
Are you a fan of watching fights as well, are you?
Yeah, I was more of a fan when I first started MMA, but now I kind of like not so much, because I just feel like, because obviously 99% of my life's MMA, you know, I'm kind of like, when I'm not training or I'm not coaching, then and I'm at home, I kind of like, you know, if there's a big fight on, I'll watch it, but it's kind of like, it's good to have a bit of time away from it as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to tune into other things.
Yeah, exactly. The tone difference as well can be a killer as well, especially if you have to get up early training.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, so I watch the big fights. Like I said, I've watched Gilbert Burns the past few fights. When he knocked out Damian Maia then against Woodley, man. So obviously the same weight class. So
yeah,
he's been on fire, and Sean O'Malley and stuff like that. So I've seen like the big fights, but not all of them.
Yeah, big shout out to Sean O'Malley, who was previously on the show. Is that the division that you always keep an eye on, regardless whether it's UFC, Bellator, Cage Warriors, the welterweight division, just because it is your own division? Do you make sure you know, always could be a potential opponent down the line?
Yeah, I guess so. To be honest, yeah, I watch the welterweight division, but whoever I'm liking at that moment, like the middleweight division, because you know, certain in the future I can maybe move to. I used to watch a lot of TJ Dillashaw. I liked TJ before, obviously, all that went on, and then obviously McGregor. You know, just whoever's hot property at the moment. Yeah, he's alright. Like he'll be a big name soon.
And Ross, how did you get started out in mixed martial arts? What kicked off this massive journey you've gone on, a successful journey at that?
You know what? Like I was saying to you guys before the show, I grew up around Birmingham. So I was born in a place called Stafford, and I just grew up on the outskirts of Birmingham. So I didn't really do much combat sports until I think maybe I was 16. But we got a bit of combat sports in my family. You know, my dad was a high-level amateur boxer. My granddad ran an amateur boxing club in the Scottish Highlands, and my great-granddad had an amateur boxing background, and I think my mum's dad and granddad were like amateur boxers in Glasgow as well, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's been in the blood. But the way I got into it was just my mate Froggy. He went down to a local club, Froggy.
Shout out Froggy.
I don't know what he's up to these days. Like, yeah, but he kind of took me. He said he wanted to go along to it. I think it was a Muay Thai club in Stafford, and I went along with him, and long story short, you know, he kind of stopped training. I carried on, and here we are today.
Yeah. And how long were you in Birmingham for?
21 years.
Oh, wow. And did you ever run into Leon Edwards when you were on the scene down there?
I did. You know what? He doesn't remember, but I remember because I train with Leon quite a lot now, but I was at a club called it was Team Supreme at the time with a guy called Paul Taylor. He was in UFC at the time. And I remember doing I think it was my first or my second ever grappling competition. And I didn't really know who he was, you know, but I ran into Leon Edwards, and my coach was like, oh, he's good, this guy, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, Sam, whatever. I got caught in an armbar, but, you know, that was the first time I ran into him. And then all these years, I used to, my coach, Dan Corbley, and obviously Paul Taylor, they were quite close to Tom Breeze, you know, so I'd always heard his name through the radar. He's quite close to the West Midlands and that. And, you know, I didn't train with Leon too much when I was down there, but when I started taking it seriously, when I moved up north, I made the trip down to Renegade quite a lot, you know, so, you know, didn't cross paths too much.
What about with Fabian?
Yeah, man, me and Fabian, yeah, I'm probably closest with Fabian out of anyone down there, to be honest. I had Fabian up at my house a few, like about 2 months ago. He taught a seminar at my club, and then we went out in the town and all that. So yeah, I get on well with Fabian. Like, we've had a few good nights out, and yeah, he's good, man. Because these guys are smart, you know. They're good fighters, but they've got a smart approach to it. So I learned a lot of these guys.
Yeah, the Edwards brothers. They're actual two gents as well, and like the serious talent. Very, very talented.
Yeah. Also, both been on the show. I think we're only missing Tom Breeze. He's the only Birmingham fighter who's not been on the show.
I don't think he's much of a social media man, to be honest. He'll be a hard guy to get hold of.
Oh, stop. There's a few of them out there who are like that. There's a few of them out there. Although I don't know if we're allowed to have him on the show after he beat up Carl Pendred that time.
Yeah, what performance that was. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. But come here. Kate, obviously you've signed with Bellator now, but tell us a bit about your time in Cage Warriors and that last fight to finish off your Cage Warriors title run against Dalby was something else. And also, do you feel that you're still the Cage Warriors champion? Because there hasn't been one since you.
Of course. I'm still undefeated, man. You know what?
Do you have the belt on? Do you have the belt on right now?
Exactly, man. Let's get it. You know what? I got a replica made, so I've kept one of the belts. Like, you know, I was going to keep two. I could have done like the McGregor. I hit them both well with belts over my shoulder. But yeah, man, I had a good time, Cage Warriors, and like I said, I've got nothing. Obviously, it's a frustrating time again. I've got nothing bad to say about them. Like like I was a nobody before, you know. So they've put me on that platform, you know, to get my name out there. So you know what? I had a good time there, and I feel like I was always moving up. You know, I was kind of like always wanted to get a tougher opponent each time I fought. You know, so I kind of just steadily kept my head down and made my way up the ranks. You know, I was calling out better people each time, and eventually got that title shot. You know, and then the past two fights have been heavy fights. Particularly the last one, which was good. You know, it was a good fight. I think I made a few mistakes, but it is what it is, isn't it? It was a good fight. It was an entertaining fight. It was a tough opponent.
We have to talk about the Dalby fight, definitely. Like, I just watched it back last night, and it was literally a bloodbath, as if you were in a bath, like slipping all over the ground. It was crazy, man. What was it like being part of that and knowing, like, straight away when you hit him with the elbow and his forehead was bleeding, and then like he got you in the second round with the nose break, like not many people have been in those deep waters. Like, what was it like, and like how did you keep like composed?
God knows, yeah. It's kind of like, it's one of these things I think like you can never really know until it happens. You can spar in the gym, but everything, you know, sparring, fighting, you know. So I didn't really overthink it, you know. I was kind of like, I'm there to fight, and I thought the ref was maybe going to stop it when I cut him, but he didn't. And then I was kind of like, I knew watching Dalby, he gets strong as the rounds go on. Yeah, he's got a good gas tank on him here, and he just keeps kind of like a train, just keeps him coming.
Yeah, because he's no joke either. Like,
yeah, he's a strong boy. You know what? I kind of like, looking back, I was thinking, you know, obviously his striking skills is what he's renowned for, and it wasn't really his grappling skills. But I remember him being easier to hit than I thought he would be, especially with that kind of like long range style. You know, he's in and out, and he covers a lot of distance, like karate style. But I remember him being stronger than I thought on the cage. You know, because he's quite a big welterweight as well. And usually I've been a lot bigger than other people in the cage, but I think he's got quite a bit of weight as well. So he's got like chunky, strong hips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking back, he's a stocky guy. Looking back, I should have I was hitting him with simple stuff like jabs and crosses, and I should just kept it basic. You know what I mean? But on the clinch, gosh, I remember being like, freaking, yeah, this guy's quite strong. Do you know what I mean? So I usually manhandle people quite easy. So yeah, it was a good fight, man. And I think, obviously he's gone and had a bit of success in UFC, and I think it's not what and it just shows that I can smash these guys in UFC as well, without a doubt.
Yeah, exactly. What was it like after that fight when you're like all that for like a no contest as well? It's like a lot to get, like, put your body through for basically nothing, if you know what I mean. I know obviously you get paid, but it's like not even like, it's just a limbo.
Yeah,
and then now you don't even have, there's no chance for a rematch as well, because he's like, you're now with Bellator as well.
Yeah. Actually, I wasn't just had it in my head that we get signed up, and I think that's what made it worse. Maybe I built it up too much. I thought we'd both get the call for a rematch, and it didn't happen. And then I think the fact that one of us got called up and the other didn't, it made it worse. And then things went a bit sour. But yeah, I guess it's always nice to get your hands raised, So it was weird because obviously I was just still undefeated, but I've just been getting the victories till then. So it's a bit of a weird one. It's kind of like, what just happened type thing, But like I say, I still got the undefeated record, and I'm going to be twice as fighter next time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you obviously must get asked all the time, when are you going to the UFC? When are you going to the UFC? And like, now that you're signed with Bellator, was there opportunities to join the UFC as well?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. So I was in a position where I was kind of like, I've had two heavy back-to-back fights, 29, and I want to start earning some money. So, and like, we were chatting to a few different companies, and I got some crazy offers, like offers that I would never have gotten UFC now. So I was like, you know what, it was a no-brainer to me, and it meant that I could show, I think the Bellator welterweight division in particular, like the likes of Lima, and we've got a load of other guys, like some Eastern Europeans and that.
At the time, you would have had McDonald, you would have had Amisroff, John Fitch.
Yeah, that Amisroff, I watched him the other night. It looks, so they got some good guys. So I thought, I've got a chance to show everyone that I could beat these world level guys, not just European level, and be getting, paid for it as well. So it was a no-brainer, to be honest. It is what it is. It's kind of like everyone, things have changed. Because I remember when I first got into sport, it's kind of like it was UFC's the be all and end all, but it's changed now. You know what I mean? And Bellator are looking after me, and I'm just looking forward to like cutting my way through that division.
That's the thing. Like I was talking to one of my mates last night. I told him that you were coming on. Shout out Johnny. And he was asking me why wouldn't you have gone to the UFC? Because most champions of cage warriors, it almost seems like a direct route. And then I was like, you never know. You could have been offered a Bellator Inverness, or maybe a Bellator Scotland, rather than like UFC.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Yeah, they're talking about a Bellator Glasgow, and they've got.
There you go. Look, Russ. Look.
Yeah.
Cadwell, sorry.
That's it, man. We've got, and it'll be good because I've been traveling to like bloody Wales and like London and all that for my pro career, so it'll be good to like repay the home fans and all that, have a local show. And you got likes of me like Duncan, Bongard, Whitefoot, and that. So we've got some big names there, and it'll be nice to fight on Scottish soil. But yeah,
what about Ross Houston versus Dylan Dennis? The headline. Bellator Scotland.
He don't fight legit guys, man. Yeah, he does. He's doing what he's doing, man. I don't really know the guy. He's obviously got a bit of cash about him, So that's just kind of like it's annoying, but then it's kind of like it's just part of the game now. You get people like that, don't you? But he's not going to fight me. Come on.
Yeah. He's not going to leave America either.
What about a rematch from the amateur ranks? Houston versus Bungard 2.
Little Chris.
Yeah.
Can't have him. He's not a welterweight, he's a lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah, but you've already beaten him once, so
Yeah, man. No comment. I like Chris.
You want to take it out of Scotland, but like you're also at Bellator Dublin there a while ago. We literally just posted a video of it today, like doing a throwback. Being in that atmosphere, you're like, right, this was the right decision, because the Scottish fans are a lot like the Irish fans.
Yeah, it was crazy, to be honest. There's a lot of people. I don't know how many people they had there. It was a good few thousand. yeah, it was class, you know. Like I got good treatment there, and you know, it was a good vibe, you know. It's my first ever time in Ireland, to be honest, you know.
Yeah.
So the first ever time in Ireland, I was kind of like the Irish nature. I was there to watch a fight, Stu, so it kind of made sense. You know what I mean? So I had a good experience in Dublin, and yeah, I made the right decision. And I met some of the top guys, and like there's some big plans for me. Like I was meant to be making my debut in in June 6th over in Chicago, but that got that's been cancelled.
Did they have an opponent for you there?
Yeah, I was meant to be fighting a guy called Neiman Gracie. He was a top 10 guy.
Oh, yeah.
So he got
messing there.
Yeah, casually dropped that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, you know what, man? I would beat him. I know for a fact. I asked for these top 10 guys, man. So obviously things have changed just now because obviously like flight restrictions. But the deal was we didn't want to just be. I didn't want to be fighting like mid tier and like a Newcastle card or something. We're signed Bellator. They're gonna put us on these big state shows. You know what I mean? Against the big names, and that's exactly the guys that I want. You know, I don't want to be fighting just for a payday. You know what I mean? Because I know I can smash these European welterweights. So I want the big names.
That's a huge name to step straight into. Yeah. Like Ross, you were selling him short there, saying Bungard.
He's good. You know, kind of like it would be nice to take out a Gracie as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I told my jiu-jitsu coach, he was buzzing. He was like, "Yes, this is it, Gracie killer, man." But it wasn't to be, man. So you can't sweat it too much.
Yeah, because when I saw Neiman Gracie beat Ed Roof that time, I was like, Neiman Gracie's legit, and like not just his jiu-jitsu, like he wasn't bad on the feet either. Obviously lost Roy, and obviously lost Roy McDonald, but like I think 90% of people who fight Roy McDonald lose to him, so like it's not really a knock on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was good. You know, it's kind of like you got to accept the fact. You're not going to be fighting bombs now, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. And I'm always a believer, like, you know, everyone's human. It's kind of like everyone gets nervous before fighting. And I believe in my skills when I get in there. So I was looking forward to that, and I would have beat him. Yeah, so hopefully we can get that sorted.
See, do you know what, Ross? I think Cowell was almost selling you short accidentally because in Ireland, a lot of the fighters, like when the Irish fighters fight, half the audience don't know who they're fighting at all. You know what I mean? So like, Cowell probably thought they were probably just gonna.
Yeah, well, I was like, give him a soft landing. Yeah, give him a soft landing, like to start off with, and then give you, you know.
Yeah, but you almost forget Ross was Cage Warriors champion as well, so you can't just.
Yeah, my management were kind of like, I think they maybe want me just obviously get a few fights in for a bit of payday and whatnot, business and stuff. But I was like, nah, I want these big names. You know what I mean? And which kind of like you should. Like,
you want to add another belt to the collection?
Yeah, exactly, man. I'll come for that belt.
Yeah, and you're also coming into your prime as well now, as well.
Yeah, I feel
what
good.
Age you? 29?
29, man. Yeah, so you know, I'm kind of like it's different to kind of like you look at like running or something like that. You know, it's kind of like purely on how explosive the body is or whatever, muscular. You look at a lot of the welterweight fights now in UFC, like for the title, like 35, 36, and that. You know, because it's kind of like it's a balance, isn't it? It's kind of like because see, like at 35, I'll have 5 years more training under my belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's that many variables in a fight. It's not just purely kind of like I said, 100-meter race, how fast you can move. It's you know how you got your fight IQ, how smart you are in there, and you know you just had time to develop, man. So I've still got a good few years left, man. I'll get the Bellator title without a doubt, and then we'll see what's up after that.
Yeah, obviously, I saw Graham Boylan said that Cage Warriors are going to come back in September. Obviously, the UFC is back.
Scotland.
Oh, is it going to Scotland?
All right. We were always asking for the Scottish show, but it didn't happen, did it?
Oh, it didn't happen, no. And then UFC is obviously back. They've fight on it. Is there any idea when Bellator are going to come back? Because obviously, if the other organisations are back, they'll be back.
What, just back in general?
Yeah, do you have any idea when Bellator might be coming back?
Maybe like August, September. Chatting to management, you know, they're saying be ready now. So I'm in fight shape just now, to be honest.
Yeah, because Bellator Dublin scheduled for September.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I can maybe be on that card, or maybe it'll be a London card. But that's the thing. It has to be UK based, I think, just because of the whole travel and all that just now. Yeah, I think before the end, without a doubt. So
does that mean you'd be eyeing up a UK based opponent? And like, if you want to get straight in with the big boys, maybe Ross Houston versus Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, I asked for that fight. Yeah, I put a lot of things on social media. I'd fight him. Obviously, he's another good opponent, but I know I could beat him.
That'd be great.
Yeah, without a doubt, man, I'd fight that guy. But it's whether, you know what I mean. They kind of like, you don't say Bellator protect him, but he's a big name, isn't he, man? And I'm a legit guy, so it depends what they want to do, man. Because he's the poster boy right now, isn't he?
Yeah, Scotland versus England. That always goes down pretty well amongst the.
That'll be cool in Glasgow. We got MVP off. You know what I mean? He's be a nice scalp to the collection.
Yeah, you also mentioned you were in Dublin for Bellator Dublin. Were you training in Team KF?
Yeah, man. I was I did some training there. I always clicked with Chris Fields when I bumped into him a few times at shows. I get on with Chris and that, and a young lad there called Ian Gary. So me and him got some work.
Never heard of him.
He's a good guy. Ian,
no, you picked up from the airport and everything, didn't he?
You did, man. It was a good trip. It was a good experience, start to finish, to be honest. So yeah, it was good to get some rounds in with them guys. Yeah, man, it's just good rounds. Like he's a hot prospect, up and comer.
Yeah. Tell us this and tell us no more, Ross. When you were training with Ian Gary, was it on still or on new Cage Warriors welterweight champion?
Yeah, I'll pass the torch, man. He can be a Hitman Junior.
Yeah, obviously Ian's come with, like, there's a lot, like a huge future coming for Ian right now. Just everyone's tuning in to see Ian. But what was it like training with him, and what are your sort of inside thoughts?
Yeah, man, I think he's got all the skills. He's a big, tall, rangy welterweight. You got good striking, good grappling, man. So I think without a doubt he'll get that belt. You know, I think there's McKee and Proctor will probably be before him. And then he'll be the next wave after that, man. But yeah, he's he's like 21 or 22?
Yeah,
22.
Yeah, and he's got his dad's a cool guy as well, Paul Gary. You know, so that'll help. You know, he's got a strong driving force, you know, behind him. You know, so that can only help. So I think he's got all the foundations there to be a bright name and a big star in the future.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Touch wood. He's a legend as well. Ross, just before we wrap things up, what's the sort of scene like with Scottish MMA?
Yeah, it's good, man. I run a club up north, like in the Scottish Highlands, called HMA. Coming through the ranks just now. I've got like Finley Wright, Ross Urquhart, and some guys like that.
Who's the first name? Sorry,
Finley Wright.
Finley Wright. Okay.
Yeah, and then Ross Urquhart. He's a British K1 champion, but he's moved. He's doing a lot of MMA just now, so he's a dangerous guy. He wants to keep an eye on. Yeah, and then the pro scene and all that. I had a guy, Chris Duncan, up last week. I mean, him got some rounds, and you know, he's a Bellator.
He fought the Bellator Dublin card, didn't he?
Yeah, man, he knocked out I think the SPG guy, but I think he's taken out 2 or 3 SPG guys now. He was kind of like, you know, because I've been training with Chris for a long time. Remember, he's really good. You know, he does a tank, and he's a massive lightweight. And I think he got called up for his Bellator debut. It was kind of late notice, and he was like 4-0 or maybe 5-0, and I think he was fighting like a hot prospect from SPG Dublin. I don't know if they knew much about him, but like they were maybe flying him over just to get an SPG win. But he's it's a bad move, man, because he's a tank, and he's got a very bright future. So he's a hot prospect. I'm picking him up on the way down south on Sunday, and we're way down to Calbon to get some training in with like Darren Till and that. So that'll be some good work. Yeah, man. So there's some big names. Actually, you got Baumgart, you got Aiden Stephen coming through and that. And I'm not even going to start with the names because you always forget someone. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, you feel bad then. But but even Jojo, I think, is not far off getting a flyweight title shot.
Yeah, man, I forgot about her. Yeah, is she an ex-fight, not the title fight, is it? Or
I'm not too sure where they're going with Shevchenko. I think she is in line next, but like Shevchenko's a tall glass of milk for anyone to be drinking.
Yeah, so I did see again like the talks of it, and like people were kind of saying it was kind of like cannon fodder, but yeah, who knows, man? It's the fight game, isn't it? So hopefully she can do it.
First, Jojo's brilliant on the feet, so like I wouldn't rule her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Exactly. On the feet, you can never, you know, it's always different. Everyone's got a puncher's chance. But yeah, it'll be nice to get a Scottish UFC champion. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. The first ever. So you know what I mean. And you could be the first ever Scottish Bellator champion.
Bella, you know, that Cage Warriors title, then that Bellator title, you're gonna smash you guys. You know, whoever they give me first. I'm not gonna be too picky now because it's been almost like a year since the last fought,
Yeah.
or about a year. So kind of like I can't really. Beggars can't be choosers, especially in these circumstances. You know, I just need to get a fight and get the ball rolling again. So
You actually think the fight for Ross Houston is, and it's the perfect one. Ross Houston versus Paul Daly. I think that's an absolute banger.
whatever, man. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll fight Paul Daly or MVP, Nemo Gracie, anyone, man. The bigger the name, the better. That's what I want. You know, the big names. So I'd take that without a doubt. There's someone actually did it. He's put it on Instagram and all that. You know, respect Paul Daly's. You know, usually I'll be whatever. You know, I talk a bit to my opponents and that. You know, kind of like. But Paul Daly's obviously he's kind of like the godfather of UK MMA. You know what I mean? So you can't not respect that guy because I got into MMA watching him knock people out, man. So it'll be good for him to pass the torch and hit man and take out the Semtex, and then we'll work it from there, man. But there's some good.
That was a nice ring to it.
Oliver Enkamp, I thought it'd be a good name as well. He'd be
yeah.
He's an ex-UFC guy, man. So he'd be good as well. He'd get in a British card. So who knows, man? Who knows?
You know what? I'm actually getting excited now thinking of all the good fights that you have coming up in Bellator. You know what I mean? There's a long list of talents in the welterweight division, and it's the one division I think that Bellator have that like it definitely rivals any other promotion, whether it be UFC or One or anywhere else in the welterweights, especially. You know, like Douglas Lima is no joke.
Yeah, I think Douglas Lima would probably be in title contention in the UFC, to be honest.
If not the champ, you know what I mean? I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, man, he's a nasty kicks in him, and you know, even like grappling, he's got a good anti-grappling, hasn't he? But it's fucking, we'll see what's up, man. I'll get out to him eventually, and then get that crown, and then we'll work from there.
With the sound of the names you're looking to chalk off, it sounds like 2 or 3 fights or 2 or 3 wins, and you'll be thereabouts looking at the belt.
Yeah, well, in a different world, I'd be sitting there just beating Nima Gracie last weekend, and we'd be looking at, you know, I don't even know the names now. You know, be looking at MVP or
see, once you beat someone like Neiman Gracie or MVP, like I don't really know who you look at after that. You know that bar the champ.
Exactly. You didn't think with Neiman Gracie, it'd be an awkward fight, wouldn't it, man? Because you know everyone knows what he's trying to do. So maybe not be the prettiest, but I get my hand raised at the end and just work it from there. But I don't know. I think he put an interview after, and he didn't mention the fact that we were meant to fight, so I don't think he's looking at it, to be honest, you know, but because there's not a lot for him to gain, you know what I mean? Obviously I've got the Cage Warriors title, but it's you know, he's obviously looking at the big names as well, so everyone's doing that, you know, but sooner or later they're gonna have to face me, and then we'll see what's up.
That's very well way to like actually almost end the show. But last question, Kamaru Usman is taking on Gilbert Burns for the welterweight title. How do you see that going?
I think Gilbert Burns, just with the momentum, I think he'll
Same
get
here.
it. He look at savage, yeah.
What about you, Kawa?
I like Kamaru Usman. I know they train together, and I know they're managed by the same person, and I would say Kamaru Usman's the daddy in that gym, so I'm going to say Kamaru Usman. I just think his wrestling game is too strong. I know Burns is brilliant jiu-jitsu on the ground, but I don't think his bottom game will be good enough to stop Usman's top game. And then that pushing up against the fence and stuff like that, I think it'll wear Burns out.
Do you want to change your mind, Ross?
When's that fight?
Fight Island. I think it's, what is it, the 6th of July?
No, it's a month away. It's
a month away. Grant, the 11th of July.
Yeah.
He's been quite active, hasn't he, Gilbert Burns? Like, he's only has like a day off and then he's back at it, isn't he?
I've had 5 fights in the last 6 months and he's won them all.
Fucking hell.
5 fights in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
I see, Leon Edwards put up, he got offered it, but obviously just now he's not, I know Renegade's closed, you know what I mean? So I don't think it'll be long before he gets the title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in fairness, so I think it's more awkward for him to have to train again for Kamaru Usman, like being such a wrestling specialist. Be like, right, I'll fight him with no wrestling sparring partners.
Yeah, that's true.
So
the
welterweights are all over the place, like with the Masvidal stuff, everything. But sure, we could go on for hours.
Talks of a few of them coming to Bellator as well. I think Masvidal was talking to Bellator, was he?
Oh yeah.
He was not happy with the UFC. Oh, God knows that. I just seen some things.
Him versus Lima would be such a sexy fight.
It'd be a good fight,
yeah.
Like
I'd love that.
Paul Daly against anyone, like you're standing with him, he's always got a chance, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but
They don't call them
Ross,
Semtex for nothing.
We're going to have to get you back on again in the build up to one of your fights. Yeah?
For sure, man. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Well, before we wrap things up, do you want to tell people where to check you out or or anything? Just
Man, just keep your eyes peeled for my next fight. I'll smash them and then we'll see what's up.
That's brilliant. Okay. So, Cowboy, anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, just make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always,
Stay energized.